All right. First of all, I just want to say thank you, Brother Cbabi, for allowing me to come into your space, man, and interview you, talk to you. I just want to say, first off, man, you're one of the most amazing artists, individuals that I've ever came in contact with. Your work is amazing. Your work ethic is amazing. And not only that, you're just a very humble, inspiring, and your integrity is tremendous, man. I just want to say thank you. And you've always just been one of those guys that keep it 100 with you. I remember the first time I met you, this was back in like 2001. You had I just moved out here. You had a art exhibit where you were launching your website.
Yeah. And
it was dope, man. I remember I brought my slides. I had little slides, man. And this was your thing, but I was just so excited, man. And your work, we kind of got like similar styles. They always say they think I'm you sometimes when I have my work up. And it was just so encouraging, man, and to see your work, man. It just kind of made me look at my stuff like, wow, you know. And I remember I showed you my slides, man. You gave me feedback on this. You know, you wasn't pushing me. Man. I was broke. You wasn't pushing me to buy nothing. You really inspired me, man. You were really nice with me, man. And I just appreciate you for that, man, from the bottom of my heart, man. So I'll get into it, man. So Cbabi, man. Cbabi Bayak. What do the letters, for those of people that don't know, what do the letters of your name represent?
When I first started painting in junior college, my name was Clifford Bernard Miskell Jr., so I nicknamed myself. My art name was Cbabi. And so I started off signing my work that way. And then when I went to Grambling, Cbabi wasn't black enough. So the folks I was hanging out with. So I dropped a Y, added an I, and came up with Creative Black Artists Battling Ignorance. And then I waited till I found who I was going to marry, and we come up with a name together. So our kids had a name for mom and dad, and we came up with Bayak, which is Blessed African Youth of Creativity.
Dope. So, man, at what age, man, did you realize that you were on to something, that you were an artist?
College.
Wow.
Yeah, I wasn't into school. I didn't drop out of school, but once I was going to graduate, I was good at math or I could draw, so I decided to major in art.
Wow.
Just haven't looked back.
Wow, man. Dope.
That's a lie. I jumped from art to social work for a second in Grambling. Same semester, went back to art. That was good.
Wow. Oh, man. So what are you currently working on? What are some of your current projects you're working on now?
I mean, right now, I think my biggest thing I've been doing is murals in schools. And so I just finished a few out in Rockwood, start another one next week. So I got that going. And then even though I'm all day painting at the schools, doing murals, when I get back to my apartment at night, working on an Afro-Funk series, abstracts, playing on pattern and shape, or a portrait that I got commissioned.
Wow.
I'm always working.
Oh, man, that's tremendous, man. That's so inspirational, man. I know it definitely inspires me, man, because I had a lazy days, and then I see you post something, and that made me at least want to get up and put a stroke or something in there, man. Now, let me get into this. You are a huge inspiration to others, man. Definitely. Like, I say your name, and people like, oh, man, Cbabi. And just me personally, you know, who are some of the people that inspire you?
I used to watch Kadir Nelson, and just the way he was just all over the place and in his lane with the children's book illustrations and just his other work. I used to see Frank Morrison in his hustle.
Right.
I mean, then you got this cat named Crayola. I used to see him in his creativity.
Crayola's dope.
Yeah, when I was at Six Flags 20-something years ago, the main push was through a book, somebody I never met, but on my bucket list to go to his workshop, Sebastian Kruger over in Germany, caricature artist. So those are like my long term, and then every day on Instagram, I'm always finding somebody new that's just doing something bananas.
Right.
So now my inspiration is cats that are out here traveling the globe, doing the street art, painting on huge walls. That's my next. So I look at all the schools as practice for that.
Yeah.
Like that's what I want to. That's what I really want to get into. I want to get up on the scaffold.
Oh, I can see that. I can see that,
teach
man.
myself how to spray can. I can see that. Spray can and no limit. Somebody else can do it, I can do it.
Right. And man, by the way, too, I got to get some images of like your school murals, man. Those are amazing, man.
Yeah,
amazing, man.
Yeah.
Amazing. Now, man, do you have? I meet a lot of young people, or other artists that are trying to gain some success, because it's not easy being an artist, man. And I remember when I first met you, man, your art's so amazing, man. I thought you was rich, man. And then as I got to know you, man, and that's another thing that's so amazing, man. It's like you keep it 100, man. It's when times was tight, you let people know, like. And you always share, you're willing to share, because you meet a lot of people that kind of hoard like, okay, where can you go get the best deals on paint, or the best deals for mat board, or whatever, supplies, or you've always been, giving freely, man, and, you with no hesitation. I've always appreciated that. Do you have any advice for young artists or fellow artists aspiring to be successful?
I get DM'd and Instagram 2-3 times a week with somebody asking, what should I do? And I said, more than anything, I say nobody knows you're an artist unless you show it.
Right.
So that's one thing. And then two, it's like you have to constantly practice. Right. It's like, because what people see is the product. That's not really the work. And now, the more I go to schools, I'm always thinking of ways to make it make sense for kids.
Right.
And I just bring up the NBA and we're watching the finals. And I was like, the finals is like the concert, like on stage. Like, what? Got the Beyonce documentary out now. She's been working on that for 4, 5, 6, 7 months.
Wow.
And then boom, when you get on stage, it looks perfect. But then you see it on, see her working out to get there. It's the same with art. Like when you're tired, exhausted, you gotta pick up the pen, pick up the brush, and you gotta paint. It's like, because the style doesn't come by accident and the style doesn't come forced. A lot of times the style comes just in making a movement that you didn't expect, and like, whoa, I kind of like that. And then you play on that and expand, and then that goes anywhere. You can't get organic. So it's easy to see somebody else and then take what they do and then run with it, but there's so many layers of how one gets to where they paint.
Right.
So as far as making it, there's no one way, but we were just talking about Gary Vee, like, we have the internet now. And you need to post. Don't worry about being perfect. Right. I was like, just let people see that you're working and let them watch you evolve.
Right.
Don't worry about, and when you put it out there, ask people be careful to ask people what they think.
Right.
You don't want people to, you don't want your happiness to be, bearing on whether or not people like your work, because that's, you have to like it first.
Right.
So you got to put it out there and let people see it, because you don't know who's going to see it and you don't know when it's going to happen. It's just the way life is, but you just got to keep throwing darts at the dartboard. Eventually hit the bullseye.
Man, that's perfect advice. Perfect, man. So yeah, I want to get into checking out some of your new works, and you could explain some of the works you got, some old and new, to have a look in your studio.